Welcome back to Business Forum, and I'm fortunate enough now to have join me Dr. Julie McNabb with the Arc of the Emerald Coast, their CEO. And welcome, Julie. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, LA, for having me here.
Tell us a little bit about the Arc of the Emerald Coast and who you serve.
We serve primarily adults who have developmental and other disabilities on one side of the house. And on the other side of the house, we serve children who have all kinds of disabilities, primarily developmental. So we have a children's center, we have an early intervention program that makes sure that children who have disabilities and their families get the best supports and services that they can to try to help overcome some of the obstacles that disabilities put in their place and help them, lead a better life and have better outcomes. On the adult side, we serve about, probably 350 adults with disabilities in this community, and they're as varied as anyone else in this community of any other population. Their likes and their wants and everything about them is very diverse, and it's our job to figure out how we can best serve them and how they can best meet their goals for their lives and what we can do to enhance their lives.
So I've heard you speak quite a bit about improving the quality of life for the clients that you serve, and that's your number one priority. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you do to help make sure that happens.
It's really important to us to make sure, I think people's lives in general, whether you have a disability or not, can be divided into live, work, and play. And so it's important to us to address the goals in all of those areas for people. There's so much that a person gets out of working, affiliation and friendships and a sense of self-worth. So it's important to us to help adults who have disabilities try to find employment or at least take steps working toward employment so that they can feel those same things that we feel about our jobs. As far as living, it's important to us that people have a safe place to live, that they have good food and good training, and they understand nutrition, and they start learning the skills that they need in order to move forward and be able to move into a more independent setting, maybe an apartment of their own or something like that. And as far as play, well, we're on the Emerald Coast, so we like to find opportunities for people to be able to access the beach, access their community, go shopping, go to shows. I was just at a meeting today and they were talking about the ballet. They just came off of a cruise. They were talking about if they were going to go to Rish Park this year. That's all really important because that's what we do in our lives. We want to live. We want to work so we have money to live and play, and we want to make sure that everything that we do is kind of joined and moves us toward the path of a better future.
I also understand that the ARC is such a multifaceted organization. Tell us about some of the diversity and things that you're involved in.
In terms of some of the activities that we have, we are very diverse. It's hard to pinpoint. It's hard to say in a few words what we do because we do so many different things. As in terms of working, for example, many people don't know that we operate the rest areas in Okaloosa and Santa Rosa County, that we staff those 24/7, 365 days a year. We're responsible for making sure that those rest areas are clean and well maintained. We take care of many of the county properties, the airport, the parks, the water and sewer sites. If you see a crew out there mowing and taking care of the landscape, that's usually one of our crews that's out there, and those give opportunities for people to be employed. We're about to start a new adventure at Wild Willie's out on the island. We will be running a concession stand out there, and again, it's all to give people an opportunity to work and learn new skills, and then maybe put them help them find another job, and we'll use that as a training site so that we can teach people the skills they need, customer service and showing up to work on time and dressing appropriately for work, all those things that people need to do. We have people who want to live in houses and apartments, and people who want to live with their families, people who absolutely don't want to live with their families, and it's our job to figure out where they want to live and try to help them live in the right community where they want to live and do the things and access the things that they want to do.
So you are also very involved with several group homes, and tell us a little bit about those.
We have 5 different group homes right now. They're all here in Fort Walton Beach, but I'm sure somewhere down in the future we'll see a group home in Crestview, and we'd like to probably put at least 1 or 2 group homes over in Santa Rosa since we just took over that county services. The group homes are really important because they serve 2 purposes. One is for people who have pretty severe disabilities, and without the group home, they would end up living probably in an institution. The closest one is toward Tallahassee, so they miss out on family, they miss out on the community life. The other part of a group home is trying to help people transition into more independent living. So they'll move into our group home, and then our job is to help teach them the skills they need to, laundry and cooking and going to the doctor and paying their bills and all those things that you have to do to live by yourself. And we try to teach all of those skills to the residents and make sure that we're helping people move along in life and get to where they want to be.
Excellent. Well, I know that's quite the task, and I'm sure it poses all kinds of interesting challenges every day. I also know that the majority of your funding winds up coming through the state on the MedWave program for those people receiving services. But as we all know, budget cuts over the last several years have really hurt agencies such as the Arc of the Emerald Coast. Tell me how you offset that.
We offset that through fundraising, private fundraising. We like events. We like to hold events because in this community, events are an important part of daily life here. We like to have events that are fun for the community. We want them to benefit us. We want them to benefit the clients that we serve, and we want the people who attend them in our community to enjoy the event that we're putting on. So Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation is a big part of, they've been just a huge part of what we do over the past few years in terms of making some of our facilities updated and good for the people who are participating there. The Emerald Coast Foundation is another big fundraiser that we have and that we're a recipient of. And those funds are so important to us because we don't have, the last time we got a rate increase was 2003. And that's a long time ago. That's 12 years ago without a rate increase. So we have to raise money just to provide the day-to-day things that we need in order to pay our staff. We have over 250 employees, and that's a big economic impact, and the fundraising helps us stay in business, do a good job, and keep people employed.
That's important. That's quite the task that you have before you. 450 clients that you're taking care of, over 250 employees. I think it would be fair to say with 5 group homes and your other facilities that you do truly have a large economic impact on our community. I want to thank you for being here today. I want to thank you for the outstanding work that you do. And in all transparency, I do work for Dr. McNabb. I'm up for my annual report, so
that's right. You did a good job.
Please remember that. Thank you, Dr. McNabb, for everything. I really do genuinely appreciate working for you, and it's an honor to be part of the Arc of the Emerald Coast.
Thank you, LA.
Thank you for being with us today and learning more about local charities and how they utilize those dollars. Don't miss next month when we talk about the past, the present, and the future. What else would you talk about in December? Join us then.